With countless laptops and tablets opting for cheap IPS displays lately, the absolute best thing about the Duet 5 is its stunning OLED. As expected, colours are bright, blacks are perfect, and everything just pops nicely. With a peak brightness of around 400 nits, it is more suited for indoor use, but still completely usable outside under shade too. The panel is glossy, which really helps add some extra punch to the colours, but again, keep it away from too much sunlight as reflections will appear pretty readily. Its 16:10 aspect ratio gives it a natural feel in landscape and is excellent for media consumption, but feels a little narrow in portrait. The obvious draw for this device is it can be a laptop or a tablet, being a detachable. It is a bit on the larger side for a tablet, but well sized as a small laptop, so it all shakes out alright. The mix of materials feels surprisingly premium, even more so considering the modest price. The included fabric kickstand is also durable, feels nice, snaps into place well, and will happily sit at any angle. Over on the other side, the magnetic strip comes together with a reassuring snap, and keyboard quality is surprisingly good. I've been clacking away on this thing for a few months now, being my go-to scriptwriter and overall general device while out of the house. It does tend to perform better on a desk than on a lap though, due to the keyboard's low rigidity and weight. The lack of backlighting can also be a pain once the sun goes down, but the overall typing experience otherwise was solid. The trackpad also surprised me, obviously having the same downsides as the keyboard. It utilises its space well, felt great swiping around on, and didn't feel compromised at all. The only time it missed the very occasional triple tap was when it was on my lap, owing to that not so solid base. Overall performance of the device has been pretty good, as long as you don't expect the world. It packs a Snapdragon 7C Gen 2, which is roughly on par with the older mobile Snapdragon 845 for compute, but only half of the graphical grunt. It should also be noted that this is all contained in a fanless package, so zero noise and minimal heat, an underrated benefit. With that, it offers enough speed for everything I've thrown at it, from videos to plenty of Chrome tabs and even a few random Android apps. And being a Chromebook, that mix should be pretty typical. The biggest Chromebook benefit though is that fully featured Chrome browser with extension support, letting you waste time however you want, being surfing the web, watching videos, scrolling Reddit, writing scripts, or creating elaborate spreadsheets. You do have access to the Play Store here, but it's a bit different from what you might expect compared to Android. It hosts a mix of Chromebook and Chrome apps, with a heap of Android thrown in, so many of your favourite apps should still make an appearance. That Chrome browser makes many apps redundant though, being a better experience without them. But they're there if you want them for a particular feature, just don't count on them working perfectly. You can even pick up a few games on the store and give them a spin too. They may take a bit longer to load and have a mix of control schemes, but many should work. Even Genshin Impact loaded eventually and let me wander around, even if it wasn't the greatest glitch-free experience. I much prefer playing older games and having the versatility to play with a pen, controller, keyboard or touchscreen, which really feels great. Springing for the 8GB model gets you that included USI Pen too, which is a nice bonus and a realistic amount of RAM. That pen really shows off how bad my handwriting has gotten these days, but it doesn't mean scribbling isn't a bit of fun, especially in the cursive Chromebook app. It is non-rechargeable with replaceable Quad-A batteries and has a nice clip to keep it close by, but it does stick out a bit much and ruins the sleek lines of the device. Claimed battery life is around 15 hours, which feels roughly right. Cranking games will obviously drain things quicker, but using the included charger can bring it back to 75% in an hour. Standby battery was also impressive. I would often just pop it on standby and come back in a week with plenty of life left. I did find performance would degrade if it went too long without a restart though, but it's generally not a problem, with ChromeOS getting updates every few weeks and wanting a restart for those anyway. USB-C charging was also an excellent benefit, with it being happy with any old charger I had laying around, even if it only trickled in. And it can be plugged in on either side. So flexibility, is it all it's cracked up to be? Maybe. Even though my use had this in laptop mode 70% of the time, I no longer need an extra device when I want to just sit back and read or watch something on a tablet. I could achieve something similar with an Android and keyboard attachment, but then it would be a worse laptop. As a tablet, it was pretty easy to navigate though, with most gestures being similar to Android. There are a few odd choices here and there, like only being able to swipe in from the left side for the back gesture, or thinking pinch to zoom would work in YouTube. Otherwise, it was good. Something to also mention is that ChromeOS software support. Forget 4 or 6 years, the Duet 5 stays up to date until June of 2030. Not too shabby. So this one all comes down to what you're after in a device. This won't replace a Windows PC, as it obviously can't reach that level of compatibility. But like it did for me, it might slot in alongside as a sleek, portable, versatile Chrome browsing machine, covering all my lighter work from wherever I find myself, and still being good as an occasional tablet too.